Welcome to the Daily Exchange. We're back. Bitcoin dominating the cryptocurrency space. We're talking about exchange tokens. We're talking about coins that people like to hodl right after this. All right, guys, we're back. We've got a lot of bits and pieces to go through today. Talking about Bitcoin dominating the cryptocurrency space. Absolutely dominating. Let's have a look. The dominance of Bitcoin right now is back up to, what are we looking at? 57% domination by the Bitcoin himself, the old little biddy. The biddy bank, biddy bank, biddy, 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 biddy bank. Bitcoin currently trading at $6,310. Actually, no, it's down slightly from that. $6,259. Ethereum is under $180. It is melting. It's melting its own face off. The thing I don't understand is, but Ethereum Classics is at $11. Ethereum Classic's down 2.5%. Ethereum is down 8%. People think Ethereum's just going to die further. I don't understand. The value equation here. Joel, I'm not going to even ask you about that one. EOS, $4.90. The other one that's been has been melting off is Bitcoin Cash at $4.31, down 8%. It's literally burning a hole in the cryptocurrency space. Ripple down 4.5%, Neo down 5.64%. Whew, we are down to Chinatown. XRP at 26 cents. Overnight, the lawsuit claimed that Ripple, there was obviously been a lawsuit being put to rest, actually. A year-long litigation with a consortium named R3. And they claim that Ripple owed R3 over $1 billion worth of Ripple in today's prices. Unfortunately, the details of the settlement have been kept secret. Settlement. Ripple's top legal officer as well, and general counsel, Brinley Lear. I apologize, Brinley. Has exited the company, but has turned up at another cryptocurrency company called Cello. They play instruments there, I wonder. Bitcoin Cash is literally, again, potentially going to be forked. It's quite forked indeed. $431. It is traveling on a downward trajectory. Some tweets have come out as well some of the FBG guys saying it's not the key. There's all this controversy around it right now. Wow, it is really up there. And the lead developer of Bitcoin Unlimited, another dev group, has released a report alleging that the proposed sharding solution won't actually work, which may be affecting recent prices as well. Bitcoin Cash, obviously its sharding was one of its major things. And they're looking to, again, there's potentially a hard fork coming up in November of Bitcoin Cash. There's some serious infighting going on. Let me just tell you now, Bitcoin Cash is truly decentralized because no one likes each other. that was my own joke, Joel. No. Cardano. that was really bad. I apologize to everyone about that. Did my absolute best there. It's at 6.9 cents, down again 5.5%. Everything's down a lot. Everything is really down right now. It is down, except for Stellar. We'll come to that. Waves in the last 24 hours has burst out of the sheds. Joel, have you got a bit of a chart here for the Waves situation? The breakout on the chart, we've seen it gain 30% following the news. It's implemented a smart contract platform. So you can see Waves there has started to pull back into a decent direction, I believe. Yeah, it's up like, what is that? That's up from $2 or $1.90 up to $2.60, and then it sort of pulled back around that $2.20 mark. It's doing pretty well. Obviously, there are so many platforms right now with smart contracts. I'm not sure why that necessarily bumped it so hard, but Dogecoin had the same thing happen. Yeah, we'll see what happens there. We're talking about exchange tokens right now, and we've got this new index called the AltDex, and it graphs the performance of altcoins over time. And as you can see, altcoins have tended to go, not in a great. This is the altcoin trajectory of exchange tokens, and they have been going down over time. In fact, down almost 50%, 47%. Binance Coin is down, Zero down, BitShares stable, Waves down, KuCoin down, Huobi down, down. Everything's down. Yeah, not a great category, unfortunately, right now. And Binance Coin is trading at $9.38. Do you remember when it was like $15, $16 the other day, Joel? I saw in one of our videos back in the day. We had like Bitcoin, Binance Coin was just flying. Yeah. Flying. Popular coins. Obviously, we'd love to talk about popular coins here. New market research by Shares Post, published on Crypto Globe, has revealed the most popular coins for hodling. What are the most popular coins for hodling? The little hodlers, holding them tight, white knuckling all the way down and all the way up. They're saying that Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Ripple are the most popular hodler coins, which is kind of interesting. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, really? Monero, Dash. I can imagine Dash because you can earn money. And Bitcoin, I'm pretty sure you earn money from as well. It's kind of cool. Interesting survey. Much wow. Not much gain. Moving on. We got a survey, obviously, that was done with that. It was 2,500 responses. 70% of consumers entered the market in the last 2 years. Interesting. 2/3 plan to increase their holdings in the next 12 months. Buying in. And the area of cryptocurrency people are most concerned with is its volatility, which has outweighed concerns about security and regulation. Interesting. Moving on, LinkedIn has come up with the top 50 US startup companies, and it has included many cryptocurrency companies within it. We have a look at the list here, the top startups as mentioned by LinkedIn. It's a great piece. Coinbase in particular, coming in at number 3. Robinhood at 6. And Ripple at number 7. There's a short clip here, I guess, from TechCrunch Disrupt. I'm not sure if, Joel, you want to spin that up, with the CEO of Coinbase, Brian Armstrong, let slip that he's telling his staff to focus not on the ups and downs of the crypto market, but how crypto can reach 1 billion people in 5 years' time. I'm going to roll the clip, Joel.
Crypto has gone through so many big run-ups, and then there's a correction, and then a big run-up and a correction. I think that's happened 5 times now. So we've just kind of come to accept that this business is going to be very cyclical, and we're going to grow very deliberately and carefully through this, through all these ups and downs. Like I said earlier, I want everybody to have a long-term view. So I'm much more concerned about, how do we get crypto to be used by 1 billion people in 5 years than I am what the price did this week.
20% of people work in compliance at Coinbase. Wow. 20% of 20% of employees work in compliance. It's not a move fast and break things kind of company, really, is it? Robinhood at number 6. The fee-free investment app, surpassing its competitor E-Trade. They've got 5 million accounts on Robinhood. And it's trying to mimic pretty much every single service found in traditional bank at lower cost. They got 250 people there in Menlo Park, California. And at Disrupt, Robinhood's co-CEO Baiju Bat revealed that an IPO is on the horizon. Joel, have you got a sneaky clip from...
You guys now have over 5 million users. Robinhood Gold, your premium subscription's growing 17% a month. Mm-hmm. Like you said, you now have twice as many customers as E-Trade. That's scaling a lot. Eventually, those investors are going to ask for a return. DST Global, who's led your last 2 rounds, they've pumped a lot of money into this. So what's your long-term plan? Are you guys going to consider going public?
Yeah, absolutely. It's something that we're thinking about on the medium to long term. And actually, to that point, one thing which we're excited to mention in this is that we're actively looking for a CFO right now.
Looking for a bit of a CFO there. That's kind of cool. And Ripple at number 10. It's kind of cool. Sorry, Rubric at number 10. My apologies. Which is kind of interesting. And at Disrupt just recently, which Danny and our crew was just at, CEO Brad Garlinghouse was asked if XRP is a security. And here's what he had to say. Is XRP a security?
What would happen, do you think, if the SEC decided to declare XRP a security?
Well, look, first to answer that, we got to make sure we understand what is a security, right? A security is something that represents ownership in a company. It gives you rights to dividends, give you rights to governance, things like that. XRP and Ripple are two separate things. We have shareholders in Ripple, the company. We have investors that include Google Ventures. We have banks that have invested. They own shares of Ripple, the company. When you buy XRP, that doesn't give you any rights to the profits or ownership of Ripple, the company. The other thing that's important to understand
So
is...
you think that's kind of, that'll...
that's
an air gap between you and the SEC?
There's multiple air gaps. The amount of misinformation on this one, I think, is also profound. If Ripple, the company, I mean, we have joked, we had an all hands about a couple months ago, and some people didn't think it was very funny, but we pointed out that if Ripple, the company, shut down tomorrow, the XRP ledger would continue to operate. So if XRP is a security, it's a security of what? Now, one of the other things that people talk about is information asymmetry, that if a company has information that could influence the price, then maybe that is more like a security. And the irony there is, one of the major drivers of inflection of the price of XRP is Coinbase. The rumors about, is Coinbase going to list XRP or not? So does that mean XRP is a security of Coinbase or of Ripple? So look, I think the facts are pretty clear that XRP is not a security.
XRP is not a security. Why do they keep getting hammered on this? This is brutal. Gemini with the Winklevi coming at 25th, and Consensus, the Ethereum developers, at 26, and Axoni at 47. There's also Rubric at 10, and Noodle AI, both pretty deep in the blockchain space as well. All right, zooming out right now, looking globally in cryptocurrency right now. Africa, Binance, planning to expand. Kind of cool. Given that in 2014, the World Bank reported that 66% of people in sub-Saharan Africa don't have access to a bank account. The director of Binance Labs, Benjamin Ramu, said in a blog post, I don't know if you want to bring this up, Joel, we are African. Binance Labs is a decentralized organization. We have no headquarters, no office, and no geographical boundaries. We're just as African as we are Asian or European. The blockchain revolution will be a global one, and Binance Labs will consider investments in all non-sanctioned countries. In Africa, we feel very much at home, and we want to deploy our capital there. That's pretty cool. Moving on, the Vice President of European Commission, Vladis Dombrovskis. That's the kind of guy you want to drink a lot of vodka with, like a lot. Not that I'm suggesting to drink vodka, and that is definitely not financial advice. Crypto assets are here to stay, he says. And we've got a little clip of the man saying it himself. I don't know if you want to roll that, Joel.
As regards crypto assets, we had a crypto assets roundtable in spring where we decided to do a regulatory mapping, meaning we decided to assess different crypto assets, both crypto assets and initial coin offerings, and to see whether existing EU financial sector legislation can be used, or we need some new legislative initiatives, and we hope to finalize this work later this year. Thank you.
That's kind of cool. Here to stay. Anyway, moving on to China, who has banned cryptocurrency. They have recently come up with a court ruling suggesting that blockchain can be a verifiable source of evidence within its internet court system. That's pretty cool. As translated by CoinDesk, the Supreme People's Court, only the Supreme People's Court, courts shall recognize digital data that is submitted as evidence if relevant parties collected and stored these data via blockchain with digital signatures and can prove the authenticity of such technology used. And lastly, the New South Wales government in Australia has launched digital licenses that will be hosted on a blockchain. That means you can buy alcohol, go to a club, you can watch creative movies, and you can even drive a car. That's kind of cool. Driving a car. I like driving a car. And the blockchain license is obviously going to help to reduce fraud and all sorts of things. There's already 1,400 motorists earlier this year using it, and the next trial is going to increase that to 140,000 drivers using the blockchain for the drive license. Joel, do you drive?
Yeah, I drive a lot. I have a Suzuki Grand Vitara.
Do you like digital? The idea of you won't have to lose your license as long as you don't lose your phone.
Yeah,
that's kind of cool.
That's cool. Yeah.
The SEC finally, the SEC itself, the commissioner Hester Peirce has been speaking on CNBC this week and talking about obviously leading up to this September 30 ETF ruling. VanEck, SolidX, and Bitcoin ETF proposal. Mrs. Peirce again advocating for individuals to do their own research and be allowed to be responsible for their own financial decisions. Joel, if you want to spin this clip.
There is a real value to having freedom of choice to make your own decisions, and that's sort of the fundamental principle of what our country operates on, which is that people can make decisions and act in ways that they think are wise for their own lives. It's very difficult for me as a regulator to know what might work for an investor out in the middle of the country. I think, well, I can make a better decision than someone in the middle of the country. That's ridiculous.
All hail Hester Peirce, and may us bring us great luck, Hester, with the ETF decision. That's what I would do in my desert ceremony, by the way, Joel. I got that from my desert ceremony the other day. Guys, prices $6,252 for Bitcoin, Ethereum at $179.44, EOS at $4.92. Bitcoin Cash down even further, $430. Ripple at 25 cents, still loitering. Ethereum Classic, $11. I don't know about that one. Neo down 6% at $17.45. That is the daily exchange for today. Do subscribe and press that little bell. The bell! We'll see you guys tomorrow.